Kimberly High School, one of the Fox Valley area's greatest schools, has a major problem. Congestion in the hallways after each class.
Look at that man over there blocking the hallway.
He's right in the middle.
Oh my God.
Chaos occurs as students scramble to reach their classrooms.
These hallways are chaos.
We found a few willing participants to get interviewed on our quest of congestion. We talked to Philip Young, a technician at Kimberly High School. I'm Brady Willis here with Philip Young. Philip, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
That's good. Mr. Young, how do you feel about the chaos that happens in the hallways after every block?
There's a lot of it. It's thick with students. Sometimes it's hard to navigate. It's hard to move through the sea of people.
All right, and do you have any solutions or ideas on how to decongest these hallways?
Seems to me the only thing we could do is widen the hallways or shrink the students. I think there's just too many of them. So aside from those two approaches, I'm not sure what else we could do.
You heard it here first, folks. Mr. Young wants to cut down the student population. We talked to Brad Klitsky, a social studies department teacher at Kimberly High School, and asked him on his opinions. I'm here with Brad Klitsky. Mr. Klitsky, how do you feel about the chaos that happens in the hallways after each block?
It gets pretty crowded. It actually seems to be a little dangerous with how many kids are in the hallways right now.
All right, and do you have any ideas on how to decongest these hallways?
We could have fewer students. That would help. I like the idea of getting rid of our lockers, since nobody uses them anyway, and we can widen our hallways a little bit that way. Maybe take some of them, convert them into seating areas and stuff like that, where you could have a little bench there, maybe with some charging stations underneath them, so you could charge your devices while you're sitting there. That's about all I got.
Are you referring, when you say seating areas, to those people that randomly stop in the hallway and chatter?
Yeah, we call them freshmen. They like to just stop in the middle of the hallways or right by bubblers, at the top of stairwells, things like that.
And are these freshmen a reoccurring event?
Yeah, they seem to come around every year. It's amazing how that works out around here.
You heard it here first, folks. Freshmen are rampant in this school. Okay, I'm here in a spot which could just as perfectly be used for a bench as it is for a random doorway that causes nothing but congestion. I'm Brady Willis, ABS News. We went down to see Jane Vosters, an avid protester of the congestion in the hallways. Okay, I'm here with Jane Vosters, and Mrs. Vosters, how do you feel about the chaos that happens in the hallways after each block?
It drives me nuts. People are so slow, and they walk in a clump of people, and you have to try to weasel your way around them, and they don't move. And then when you ask them to move politely, they stare at you like a bunch of cows going, "You want me to move? I'm standing here." And it makes me angry because I'm a fast walker, and these people are slow, and they need to get moving. Angry.
How do you feel about that interaction, sir?
It hurt.
You heard it here first, folks. It hurts. All right, and do you have any ideas on how to fix this problem?
Walkways in the hallways. People going this way, walk here, people walking that way. I should be allowed to just break up whatever clump I find, and people should have to keep moving at all times, not just stand there in the middle of the hallway.
You heard it here first, folks. Jane Vosters wants to be a queen who can do whatever she wants. All right, I'm Brady Willis here, and as you can see, these stairs are quite the spot for congestion. If I could have my extras get into place, okay. Well, you see, they just got a bit congested there. But, hey, if you watch me, imagine I am a normal student, so to speak, at this Kimberly High School, and I'm trying to get to my class. And these kids here are speaking in the hallway. I can't get past. It's ridiculous. And this congestion is such a rampant problem in this school. And so is talking over people. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And the congestion is rampant.
In the hallways, when I'm up in the commons sometimes, when I'm going up to the main office, I'll see the congestion. and students do not get out of the way. So students need to be aware of the people around them and watch where they're going too. That helps. And the congestion in the hallways over here in the doorways, the students need to know which door to go through at the right time. I think you go through the right and exit through the left, and you'll be okay, and that will help congestion in the hallways. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
How do you feel about the chaos in the hallways?
I feel that there's a lot of congestion in the hallway, yes, but I think a point was brought up that if students would not have their faces down in their phones, they might be aware of where they're walking and where they're looking, and that might also help with students maybe not bumping into one another. I think that would also help too.
All right, thank you. Well, there's one thing I also want to question, because Mr. Klitsky brought up the point that there's these things called freshmen that appear to show up every year that stand in the hallway at random points. How do you feel about those?
I was not aware of that, so I guess I don't have an opinion about it.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Look at this chaos. Stop right here. Chaos. Chaos in the hallways. There's no room to move. They're all herding in like cattle. There's Jack Breeze. He's sanctioning this chaos. Now there's room, but earlier, as you clearly saw, it's Brett.
I gotta go. Sorry.
How do you feel about the chaos in the hallways? Brett?
It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. Thank you. Would any of you like to participate in an interview? Anybody? How do you feel about the chaos that happens in the hallways after each block?
I didn't really notice any chaos.
You don't notice the masses of people walking to their classes?
Oh, it's really annoying when someone like stands in the middle and then like I'm walking and then like I have to move around them and they're just like standing there.
Do you have any ideas on how to fix this problem?
Make everyone know which side to walk on.
Thank you. Sir. How do you feel about the chaos that happens in the hallways?
I don't know, it's annoying.
Yeah, do you have any ideas on how to fix it?
Not really.
You heard it here first. Jesse is not that smart. Okay. This hallway right here and staircase is another instance of a terrible congestion problem. For instance, if this route was blocked, then these poor students would have nowhere to go but this dark corner over here where if there was a fire, they could get trapped and burned. While we were on our walk to find more congested sites, we found this random backpack right here by this door that could cause even further congestion to the community. I don't think this problem will be solved as easily as all those teachers made it to be. Sir, are you aware of the chaos that goes on in the hallways after each and every block?
Chaos.
Yes, the mass bodies of people moving to their classrooms.
I've walked through the hallways.
Would you say that this is a major problem?
It's kind of annoying that everyone's in the hallways at once.
Have you seen anyone trampled in the last year?
No.
That's good to hear. Do you have any solutions for this problem?
I don't know, 1 minute, like, one class gets out, or like one group of classes gets out a minute earlier, one gets out a minute later, so it's not so much in the hallways.
Riveting. Thank you very much. Many options have been proposed, but which one is the correct one, and will this problem ever be solved? I'm Brady Willis with ABS News.